In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you my process on how I batch create content. If you're not sure what batching is, it is creating a whole lot of content. So multiple pieces of content in one sitting. And it is a really effective way to stay organized, get your content planned ahead of time. The worst thing that I see business owners doing and creators doing is creating their content on the day that they need to post it. And that is why a lot of people hate Instagram and they hate creating content, because it becomes really stressful. But if you can start to reverse engineer all of this and you can identify your goals, you can see where you're headed, you can create or you can dedicate one day to batch creating your content and you will feel amazing. Before I get into that, thank you so much for watching this video. If you are enjoying it, if you're enjoying the last video I did on 2022 Instagram strategy planning, then please hit the like and subscribe button. I am so grateful. I promise not to waste too much of your time, and I've even written myself some notes so that I stay on track. Whenever I'm talking about batch creating content, I feel like I can go off on a million different tangents, but I'm going to be talking you through the process that I'm currently using. Something else to keep in mind is the way that I work might not be a great way for you to work. I like to do things on different days. I know when my energy is the highest. I know when my creativity is also at the highest. So I leverage that and I make sure that I am creating in line with that. There is nothing worse than getting to the end of the week on a Friday afternoon and then sitting down and then trying to create some content. So for me, I get up and on Mondays, I create all of my content. I do my podcast, I do my reels, I do my YouTube videos. So anything where I am in a video or I'm speaking, that's where I do it on a Monday. All of my copy content, my graphics, I spread them out throughout the week because my energy doesn't have to be as high and I've already got the ideas down and developed. So let's get into the steps. The first thing that I want you to have a look at when you're batch creating your content is look at what your goals are for the month. So if we're heading into, do you have any launches? Do you have any programs? Do you have any freebies? What products or services do you have? And I want you to work backwards from there. Then I want you to identify how many posts are you going to be doing per week. So understanding what your goals are, how many posts you're going to be doing, and then having a look at all of these so that you can identify, okay, well, how many posts do I need to be actually talking about my offers? How many posts need to lead people to that? And reverse engineer it from there. The next thing I like to look at is any questions that might come through either in your comments or in your DMs or when you're speaking to your ideal client in person. What are some of their struggles and can you answer them within your content? That's why it's a really great way to maybe plan out a whole month worth of content, but actually batch create it 2 weeks ahead, because you'll get more questions, you'll get more things coming through your DMs and more people commenting on your posts. So ideas are always there. That way you're also always creating, and I feel like when you get into that rhythm, then it's much easier to maintain that. So once we have, we understand what promos, what launches we have, what key dates are happening in that month, we know what questions need to be answered. Now we have a look at our content pillars. So having a look at that, and if you don't know what a content pillar is, this is the theme. These are maybe 4 to 5 different themes that you might have that you post consistently. This will be different for every single business depending on what your business is and what your offer is. These are the things that you'll be talking about repeatedly. So if you have 5 main topics that you talk about that lead back to your product or your service, then these are the main 5 things that you'll be talking about in your content. From there, we'll be splitting it up into the type of content. So we have 3 different types of posts. We have a value post, which is educational, entertaining, tips and tricks. Then we have a connection post, which is your audience getting to know you, so connecting with you, your story behind the scenes, lessons, your beliefs and your values. And number 3 is promotion. So your social proof, your results, objection handling, that comes under promo. So you understand what your content pillars are, understanding what type of content, and then you can start to think about, all right, well, what is going to be the format of this content? How am I going to deliver this message? Is it going to be a graphic, a reel, a photo? What is it going to be? So you can start to decide and write it out. And I think I have my planner here. I can show you. I use something like this. This is my Steph Pace planner, and I actually have a discount code that I can give you for one of these because this is honestly amazing. I'm someone that needs to write it out. I like to have it on paper first because I feel like it really sinks into my brain a lot more, and I just love writing it out. There are, of course, acrylic ones. I have an acrylic one that I stopped using when COVID hit because I felt like I was just changing it all the time. Or you can type it out. Whatever works best for you, I would recommend doing that. Once you know what format that's going to be, you can start to plan it out on here. So this is where you would write your key dates. You would then write, okay, I'm going to do 5 posts per week. I'm going to do 2 value, 2 connection, and 1 promo. What are they going to be? They might be a reel, a graphic, a reel, a graphic, and a photo. You can start to plan it out week by week. And then you can say, okay, well, this one, it's going to be a reel. It's going to be about this. I need to hit this promo. I need to talk about this specific offer. What is going to be the message? And what is going to be the theme? What's going to be the content pillar? There's so many things to consider. But when you're writing it out, and you should have a strategy that you're following, but that is the really good way to plan it out. Because then once you have it mapped out like this, then you can sit down and you can batch create your content. So the first step is just to plan it all out so that you can see how many pieces of content you need to be creating per month. And that, again, that will vary depending on business to business. Some people like to post every day. Some people like to post twice a day. I post 5 times a week, max. That is my absolute maximum. I find that works really well for me without going overboard and without burning out, because that's also something that you need to take into consideration. People like Gary Vee, they have these incredible teams where they can dedicate all of this to. So don't put too much pressure on yourself if all these people are saying you need to post every day, twice a day. Just do what you can and be consistent with it. When we come to the creation part, I would start with doing your reels and go onto reels and find your trending audios. If you don't know how to do that, I talked about it in the last video, but you look for the video that has the little T next to the audio. That means that it's trending. Have a look for some audio sounds that will match back with your business. Don't just jump on any trend because you see that it's trending. Actually make sure that it aligns with you, your business, and your offer. Why I say not to just jump on any trend is because if you do and your reel goes viral and you're attracting all of these people to your page that are not aligned with your business, that aren't your ideal clients or customers, then it's a complete waste of time. But if it is aligned, then all these people that are going to come back to your page are more likely to purchase from you. So find your audios. Then from there, map out what each one is going to be about and spend some time recording them. I like to record mine on a Monday morning and I will do 5. So I won't do more than that because I have dedicated to myself that I'll film them and then I'll post them. Whereas if I do too many, I feel like I don't post them. So that way I'm still keeping ahead, but I'm making sure that I'm posting everything. Then sit down and do all of your graphics. So I don't actually edit my reels after filming them. I'll have them and I'll save them, and make sure you save them to your camera roll, because if you log out of Instagram, they're going to disappear forever. Then on another day, I'll sit down and I'll do all of my graphics. So your infographics, your carousels, your quote squares, any reel covers, anything like that, I'll batch create them all in one go. Another day, or maybe later that day, I'll sit down and I'll do all of my copy. So I'll write out all of my captions and then I'll edit those reels as well. I like to break it up because I find that I work much better if I have it all broken up like that. If my energy is higher, my creativity is better as well. So again, find what works best for you. Once you have all of your content created, add it into a planner. I personally use Plannerly. You can also use Facebook Business Suite, and you can put in your reels, you can put in the cover photos, you can add in your captions and your hashtags, and you can have them mapped out for which day, what time you want to post them. I still post mine manually, but I still like to have them scheduled and get a reminder for every time I need to post. But that is how I batch create my content. It doesn't have to be difficult. The hardest part is probably planning it all out and understanding what you need to post. If you do have any questions, or if you would like some further explanation about anything that I have spoken about, please feel free to slide into my DMs and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. But this is actually something I go over in a lot more detail in my group coaching program, Social CEO. We've just kicked off another round, which is very exciting. So the waitlist is open for later in the year, but when you sign up, you actually get my master planner. So it's planned out all of your content for the next 3 months, and I take you through exactly how to batch create it, the steps to go through, and what kind of content to be creating that's going to convert your audience, so that you have a very, very specific idea towards your business, your niche, your industry, so that you know exactly what to post to get the person on the other side of the screen to buy. If you like this video, please let me know. Like I said, if you have any questions, slide into my DMs. Otherwise, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.